Hi, my name is Enrique. Okay, welcome to Basement Radio Arcade. Okay, I'm sorry. I don't know what that was. I don't know what took over me. John, you look so confused. By the way,
I'm trying to figure out what the fuck just happened.
you're like, "Whoa, what is going on?" What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Basement Radio Arcade podcast. I'm your host, Enrique, aka the Aries Gamer, and we are back with another episode. This is podcast. Oh shit, I forgot the number. I think it's 32.
32.
32. Thank you, John. Thank you. Podcast 32. And
32.
yeah, 32 with a big 3-2. And we have two special guests on tonight joining us, but one has stepped away. I don't know if he's back yet, but
I'm back.
he's back. Okay. So we have special guests today. Want to introduce Shinobi. Many of you know as a gaming insider, and may know him as you know what, Shinobi, I forgot your Twitter handle, man, off the top of my head.
You being sarcastic?
No, I'm just kidding. Shinobi602 on Twitter, guys. He's here with us live. Shinobi, thank you for joining us, man. I definitely appreciate it, man.
Oh, my pleasure, man. My pleasure.
Yeah, and we also have Anchorman from the Inner Circle Network, our gaming network, who's joining us tonight. Anchor, long time no see, man.
Yeah, just yesterday.
I know, right? Yeah,
Oh,
just
man.
just yesterday, man. We me and Mike Mullis jumped in with you and Fame, and that was a fun podcast, man. We had a good time,
great.
man.
It was great. We just chopped it up. It was great.
Yeah, it was good stuff, man. It was good shit. And without further ado, we have our returning co-host, John, Mr. Negative, aka the London Gentleman, aka you ain't got shit on my trophy, whatever score.
Well, it's a real honor to be here once again. I really enjoy my time with you gentlemen talking about video games. Thank you for having me on again.
That's pretty good, man. Pretty
That's I'm telling you, John, that is popular, man. You know what's going to
Yes.
happen is people are going to start requesting that you do this every podcast now.
Well, maybe I'll just do the entire show like this if you want.
That's great, man. That's great.
Oh my god! You know what, dude? If you could do that, it's pretty impressive. Actually, the entire show. That's impressive if you could do that.
That's like SNL level stuff.
Yeah, that is SNL level stuff.
If you prefer, I can just do it like Don Corleone.
You know what? I actually like your Harry Carey impressions.
Well, hi. If you were a controller and you had a video game, would you play yourself? I know I would. All right, go ahead. Come on.
Oh.
Talk about video games.
Yeah. Without further ado, we have co-host Eric Jackson. Eric, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, everybody?
Eric, are you broadcasting live from your yacht in South Beach?
I am broadcasting from the tallest penthouse balcony overlooking Biscayne Bay. D Wade just left, trying to convince him to tear up that contract and stay.
That's not
But it is
happening,
what it
man.
is.
It is what it is.
It is what
Yeah.
it is. And I just want to say, man, you know what? Screw all the other stuff. Like, screw these consoles, screw all this stuff, man. I'm heartbroken right now.
Dude, that's a big loss for you guys, man.
Yeah, man. I'm looking over the roster for the Heat, and I'm just like, I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I don't know who that is. I know that guy, but I don't know who that guy is. So.
Different team.
But
man.
anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
By the way, big shout out to B Money, also from the Inner Circle podcast, who is also one of our co-hosts now here on Basement Radio Arcade. He, I don't believe he's going to be joining us tonight. He might pop in later on, but I don't think he's going to be joining us tonight. And Al Alcoholicost is not going to be with us tonight. Al, I am drinking a ballast point for you, my friend. Cheers. Miss you on tonight's podcast, brother. So, all right, gentlemen. Well, let's talk video games. So, it never seems to. What's that, Eric?
Video games.
Video games. It never seems to fail that it's some kind of either a game releases or we get some gaming news. Anchor, we talked about this last night. I want to open up the show talking about Pokemon Go. Because I seriously, like, at work today, I was eating lunch and I was on my computer and I saw so many stories about Pokemon Go.
Enrique, I have a question about Pokemon
Yes.
Go. What platform is it on?
It's on mobile.
Okay, that's not video games. Next topic.
No, Come
That's
on.
savage. That is savage. Anchor, do you want to chime in,
But
man?
have you played it though?
I don't plan on it. I could care less about people's freaking tickle doos or whatever the fuck the Pokemon are called. Like I don't know anything. I literally know next to nothing about Pokemon other than the fact that they're small furry creatures. Then there's movies about them and they make a shitload of money for Nintendo. That's all I know about Pokemon.
That's like saying I don't know anything about Star Wars.
That's fine, but I still don't know anything about Pokemon.
Pokemon's great, man.
I can't. Oh God, I can't stand Pokemon. And you know what's awesome?
Great.
I just banged the shit out of my fucking funny bone as soon as I said that. God damn it.
That's Pokemon. That's a Pokemon vibe coming at you.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
All right, so John, you clearly haven't downloaded this on your phone. It doesn't sound like you're going to.
I will not.
Yeah, Anchor.
I will say this. I will say
Yes.
this real quick. I walked outside today at work just to kind of walk around my buildings I normally do around lunch, and there must have been 20 people walking around going,
Dude.
and I was like, what is happening in society? Like the Marine Corps, my beloved Marine Corps, I'm wearing a shirt right now, tweeted out today, hey Pikachu, get off the firing line. And I was like, God damn it. What the? It's
They're
unbelievable.
everywhere, man.
It's unbelievable.
Gotta catch them all.
Oh my God! Oh, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but PETA, the protection for whatever. PETA's a group that doesn't like the fact that I eat steaks, but
Please eat the animals.
yeah. There you go. Yeah, they released their own game.
Please
What-
eat
what-
the animals.
No,
The
that's
whole-
old.
please eat the
That's old
animals.
stuff.
That is terrible.
Nah,
They
man,
re-
that's
they
old,
released-
that's old stuff. That happened in
released-
Diamond and Pearl. When Diamond and Pearl came out, like 4 or 5 years ago, that's when they released that game initially, and like they're just trying to hype it up just to get some attention.
Well, they just PETA released their own version of Pokemon Go, and it's with the hashtag "Gotta free 'em all." So I was like, oh,
Really?
Are you serious?
yeah, I'm dead serious.
Oh my gosh.
Hashtag Pokemon Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Pokemon Go it makes a ton of money.
Yeah, it does.
Seriously,
It's
man.
pretty
You
money, man.
you can't deny that it's a juggernaut, man. Right now,
Nintendo-
anyway.
Nintendo stock went up $7 billion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
it jumped up 25. Was it 25%? I think that was right.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but here's the thing: Nintendo's only seeing. Shinobi might know more about this, but fucking from what I heard, Nintendo's only getting about 10% of that of the profits. The rest of it's going to Google.
Yeah, I got no idea.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You said the rest is going to Google, John?
Yeah, or somewhere. I believe it's Google, but I do know that Nintendo is only making 10%
Yeah.
of Pokemon Go's revenue, which still is. I mean, it's more money than any of us are getting. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
really.
apparently they're making like 1.7 a day on this thing.
They're making over $1 million a day.
That's
Yep.
insane. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and this thing hasn't even been out for a week, and
Yeah.
so it would make sense if Google's getting a piece of the action because they are using Google technology, like with the map, with the
Yeah.
map stuff. So
Enrique, that's that.
You actually have to download Google Maps if you're on iOS, because otherwise it's just going to suck your battery dry even faster than it is on Android. It's crazy.
Mhm.
I'm glad for them. I'm glad for Nintendo, man. It's good for them because
Yeah.
strong Nintendo is good for everybody.
I agree.
absolutely.
I agree.
100%. Yeah.
I agree. I would love. All joking about Pokemon Go aside, I would love to see a resurgent Nintendo.
Oh yeah.
I would love it.
I think
Now,
we all would.
I will say one thing. I saw some people go around on Reddit talking about, is this the Nintendo Renaissance? It's going off about how this is like, oh, this is the beginning of a brand new Nintendo. This is the beginning. I think it's still premature to say that, because they still have the Wii U and all this other kind of stuff floating around. This is one really great success, but I want to see how they turn everything else around after
Yeah,
that.
I would argue that Pokemon Go has been out like a week. I mean, how long has this
Not
thing
even
been
a
out?
week.
Not
Not
even
even
a
a
week.
week.
It's already a
Not
bigger
even.
success than the Wii U ever was. Ever.
And it hasn't. It's not
I
even launched
guarantee-
worldwide yet either. I don't think.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing, Shinobi. And I guarantee you, Nintendo is taking a long, hard look at mobile right now.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Everybody is. I guarantee it.
Well, yeah. I mean, everyone. Yeah. I mean, it's if they're making 1 point something a day, and
Yeah.
this thing's been. I mean, yeah. These things are money makers. It's insane. Like we were talking about this on Anchorman's podcast on the Inner Circle on the multiverse podcast last night, and like this thing's almost a social phenomenon right now. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just I mean, all joking aside, John, you were joking around about walking outside and seeing people like looking at their phones, but people are literally doing that.
Oh, I wasn't joking.
Oh, you weren't joking. I thought you were joking. Okay.
No, I'm
Yeah.
serious. There were about 20 people milling around my building going, Charizard! And I'm like, God, what the hell? But I mean,
man, I just got done doing. I was out with one of my friends. We were out. We went downtown.
Were you guys
and
cheating?
One of the companies. This is Mellow Mushroom close by, and we were out there just getting some dinner, and it was really funny because they're actually a Pokestop, and they set up a lure, and so people were pouring in to find Pokemon and ordering pizza while they were waiting, and so it was like, wow, this is crazy. And so like they just the Mellow Mushroom where I was at, they were actually paying for the lures to bring people there on a Tuesday night. It was packed.
oh, that's gonna be, and I'll tell you what, doing that right there for small businesses is going to be the new big thing over the next few weeks.
Dude, we should all put our heads together and start a Pokemon Go Lotto.com.
Yeah, let's do it. Or you know what? You know what?
Guys, we
Build, Shinobi, let's just build like a little shack. We'll all pull them ready together next to a gym.
Right.
We'll put one of those Pokemon lures down there. We'll have like sodas and snacks and like coffee and
Definitely.
stuff. And just, dude, leave it on all day and do 99 cents for 30 minutes.
There you go.
There you go.
Good
Instant
idea.
money.
Yeah. But that's the interesting. I mean, this is going to opens up an opportunity to bring in commerce or bring in small business into this game, something that really hasn't ever been done. I think maybe that's where potentially this thing gets even more legs, a longevity.
That's possible.
Yeah,
I'm sure they're gonna update it like crazy and.
A lot of companies. I've already read a couple things on LinkedIn, and they were talking about companies were trying to contact either Nintendo or Google or whatever the metric was to try and become Pokestops or something like that. Like they want the business.
That's crazy.
Wow.
that is crazy.
Yeah, it is.
Somebody's going to open up a nightclub for adults for this Pokemon thing. It's just going to take off. I'm calling it
For
right
real,
now.
yeah.
It's going to
For
happen.
real.
It's going to happen in Southern Florida.
It's going to call Pokemon After Hours.
Poke After Hours.
Ooh, that
Oh,
sounds.
well, okay, never mind.
They just don't call it After Dark. That's gonna be a little disturbing.
Don't call it what?
Don't call it Pokemon After Dark. That's.
It's going to be called Pokemon Confessions.
Pokemon Confessions with Roach.
Where's Roach?
So, Eric, did you download this?
I did not, sir.
You did not. Okay.
I'm not. Yeah, to each his own. I'm just not a Pokemon guy. I'm not. It's not my thing.
The crazy thing is, though, is that like people who you would normally not associate with Pokemon are downloading this and playing it. Like there's this dude at work, and like
That's why Al's not here tonight.
I'm a fit dude. This guy makes me look like a puss, and like he's just the most jacked up individual you could possibly imagine.
Are you talking about the Worrywart?
No, not the Worrywart. No. But this guy's about 275 pounds of solid fucking muscle.
Because Worry's playing this right now.
This guy's enormous, and he was sitting in his cube, and he was on the phone to his wife, and he's like. He's gushing about he's like, I can't wait till we go out tonight and we're gonna find Pokemon and I was like,
It's date night. It's date night.
Like this dude's entire arm, his entire right arm, is tattooed just like the Winter Soldier's arm from Captain America.
Yeah.
And the dude is so big it looks like his arm is made out of one solid block of metal. And
You look like Colossus?
He looks like Jax from Mortal Kombat. He looks like Jax from Mortal Kombat, and he's sitting there on the phone. He's like, Pokemon! And I was like, this is surreal. This is
That's what Pokemon
surreal.
does to people, man.
It must, dude. It must.
Yeah. So yeah.
Dude, people are gonna get more wrecks though. I'll tell you straight up. I was driving down the road to go to this gym, and I just checked my phone because I leave it open because you have eggs and stuff, and you only can do it. You have incubators, and it's done by how your distance you travel or whatever. And I remember because I just left my phone on, and I heard it vibrate, so I just took a look, and it was a Nidoqueen, and I was holy shit, because it was just out in the wild, and I fucking caught that shit. But
Wait, what did you say?
it was a Nidoqueen.
A what queen?
Nidoqueen.
I thought you said Menudo Queen. I was like,
Menudo.
What is a Menudo Queen? I know the band Menudo.
I was so amazed. I was like, holy crap. And so I had to pull over to the side of the road. I was like, shit. But I've already so even if you don't play this game, be careful.
just a quick shout out to Nintendo. If you ever do listen to this podcast, we need Menudo Queen as a Pokemon immediately. So please, Menudo Queen, get it going.
Oh my gosh, that's insane. That might take off in other parts of the world.
What, Menudo Queen?
Yeah.
It might.
Yeah.
It might.
Possibly Latin America.
It's entirely possible.
Yeah. So, Shinobi, I'm assuming you have this?
No, I
No.
don't. No, I'm more into the traditional Pokemon games. I haven't played one in a while, but I don't have time either to go walking around everywhere. And
Yeah.
I mean, I got working kids. Come
I was
on.
gonna say, man, it's hard.
Yeah, I hear you, man.
It's hard to do that with the family, unless you're doing it
Yeah.
with the family.
Yeah, I don't got time for that now.
Well, see, I could see this. I could see myself roping my 7-year-old. Like he would get down with this. I haven't showed it to him yet because if I do that, it's going to open up Pandora's box, and he's never going to want to put my phone down. But I could see this could be like a family thing too.
Oh, for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely.
Yeah.
I was out, like I said, I went out to the park where they have this gym, and it's very popular, and there's like whole families out there, all playing together, going out for walks in the woods and shit. That's cool.
I can tell you right now, I'll probably end up downloading it just because my 8-year-old who lives with his mother normally, he loves his Pokemon. And there's no way I'm going to tell him he can't do this, so I'll end up downloading, to my phone or whatever.
Do it.
So.
Yeah. Do it.
But if you do it and you get to level 5, you gotta choose Team Mystic.
I have no idea what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what that means either. Andrew, I'm going to be choosing the team that Fame is on.
No. We're not Team Valor. That's
Can
like
I-
Gryffindor Heart of the Cards bullshit.
If I join a team, can I betray them?
I don't think so. I haven't seen anything about it.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was hoping for like Pokemon Game of Thrones style stuff, but I guess not.
That's Steve. They had that. I'd download it if they had
way
that.
more seriously on Twitter, dude. Like just go do a hashtag Team Mystic or Team Valor or Team Instinct, and just go look at some of the results.
What about
There was
team, where's Team Neutral?
There was a tweet earlier today, like an hour ago. I retweeted it, and it got me thinking. I was like, dude, I would play the hell out of this game. This guy tweeted that he's like, I wish they made a Spider-Man Go game where you have to take pictures of Spider-Man for Jonah Jameson, who's always like pissed off.
That's actually a really good idea.
Oh, you know what? Someone's going to take that idea now.
That's
That
a
was
really
great.
good
I would play
idea.
I would play the hell out of that.
Marvel's gonna do it.
Yeah,
And then
Shinobi,
like,
that's-
that'd be amazing, yeah. And then like,
it's not just that. It's gonna be different newspapers and different teams. Like here's the front,
Yeah.
front line.
and then
Here's
after you,
Daily
you
Bugle.
get like a message. You get like a message from JJ. He's like, crap. I'll give you $25.
You're fired.
You're fired. You're unfired. Come back here. I need more photos.
Shinobi, that's a great idea.
It is, man. It is.
Yeah, man.
I like it. I
Yeah,
like the sound of it,
you should copyright that somehow quick.
right. I need to get
Trademark
on
that or something.
I'm gonna jump on right now.
Yeah.
I'm doing it right now. You're too late.
Yeah, 'cause you can believe by the success of this that there's going to be more.
Oh, there's going to be
sure.
tons of clones of this
Yeah.
coming out. Especially the way they're generating money right now, revenue. I mean, I joked around about this last night, Anchorman. We're in the wrong line of work, guys. We
Oh,
really
definitely.
are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I need just one small idea and I can make it big on mobile, like something. I don't know. I'm always thinking, I don't know, something easy, man. Come on.
But
Yeah.
yeah. But apparently this thing has actually helped solve crime too. Like I know Mike from NLG, Mike Mullis from NLG brought this up last night, Anchorman. But he said, I guess there's a story going around that they like people found like a dead body or something.
Yeah, some lady
yeah.
was hunting for a Pokemon. She hopped the fence and look, it's a bloated corpse. And so,
Shit.
I mean, it's
God.
not quite what she was looking for, but at least
I don't mean to laugh. I'm sorry.
at least
That's
that
insane.
at least that case got some closure, I guess. But yeah, no, she jumped the fence and she like and here's the thing, like she was trying to get this Pokemon and she was wading into a lake, and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
Oh, this is not
that's
going to
a
go
level
well.
of dedication that I can't.
She was wading into a lake.
Yeah, she's like, I gotta get this Pokemon, and then I guess her foot hit something, and she was like, "What is this? My foot is hitting." And she reaches down, and she grabs a hand, and I'm like,
Good
yeah,
Lord.
What she didn't realize is that body was there looking for Pokemon a few days earlier.
oh, man,
Oh, that's terrible.
that's terrible. Yo, come on.
I'm a horrible person. I'm
going to hell. I'm going to hell for laughing at that. But no, like, yeah, she found a dead body under the water, and there are people like. So here's the thing, right? And I live near DC, and of course, you guys know I'm very patriotic. the government has had to tell people, please do not hunt for Pokemon around the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
That's probably a bad idea.
And if you know anything about the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, don't run around that place looking for fucking Pokemon on your phones. Come on, you know. Or Arlington. There are people. They also had to tell people to stop looking for Pokemon in Arlington National Cemetery. And guys, there's a level of decorum here to be observed. I mean, you know,
they were telling people to stop doing that in the Holocaust Museum.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Yeah. And here's the thing. They found. I shit you not. One guy found a Pokemon in the Holocaust Museum that exudes poisonous gas.
Oh my god.
Are you serious?
I'm fucking serious.
This thing's already out of control, man.
What kind of museum is that?
Fucking believable.
Wait, which one was it though?
Called Coffer.
That's too much. Yeah.
Wow.
That's insane. Beastfire, the live chat. By the way, big shout out to everyone in the live chat right now. But Beastfire in the live chat said that in St. Louis that it was people use it to mug some people.
What?
Yeah.
Apparently they like lured some people. I don't know how they did. I don't know how the
There's
game.
an actual thing called a lure. What you can do is when you get to a high enough level, you'll unlock lures. And what you can do is you can go to a Pokestop and you can activate a lure, and it'll make it like a brighter and shine it, so people will be like, oh shit, something's going down over there. More Pokemon are coming to that location, so they'll go over there.
Wow.
This is gonna be bad.
See, this thing.
Having said that, though,
I won't be going to rest stops.
Common sense. People need to exercise common sense. Like if you like if your fucking Pokemon lure takes you to a bathroom in the ghetto at 2 a.m., like you probably shouldn't go in there and look for Pokemon. You know, or like you know, if you're driving, like, you know, let's say you get off the night shift at night, you know, and you're driving home, it's 3 a.m. You're like, oh, I got a Pokemon lure, and it takes you down this road into the woods, and there's an empty shack in there. You're like, oh, don't get out of your car and go looking for Pokemon in there. Like, I feel like people need to exercise common sense, but I do see many ways that this could be potentially abused or used to hurt other people. But I mean, then again, I mean, there's no rule against that. I mean, that's the we live in.
There's no rule against that.
There's not.
Use it at your own risk.
Yeah, exactly. There's no fucking. I mean, it's not like Nintendo can put any restrictions on this stuff and say, you know, unless they make these things region specific and they say there's only a certain place that you can drop your fucking Pokemon lure or something. I don't know.
It's just at the Pokemon, the Pokestops, which are already predetermined it's already been done by Google. So it's normally, Pokestops are normally like stores, found like landmarks, things like that. Like around because I live in a historic East Coast city, and so like there's little spots like, oh, here's where Dolly Madison was born, or random shit like that. And so it has like these signs around town, and that they make those Pokestops in a couple stores.
Wow.
Interesting.
I don't know if you guys saw this picture going around Twitter, and it says how to kidnap a 28-year-old. It's like the brown van. It's like Pokemon inside.
Oh, I did see that. Yeah, I did see that. Okay.
Somebody had one on Twitter with what's it Buffalo Bill from Silence of the Lambs?
Yeah, I saw that one too.
He's like opening the door. He's like, I got yes, you can come in or something. For Pokemon.
Puts the Pokeball in the basket and does this whenever it's told.
Oh, what? That's kind of creepy, John. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That sounded too real, actually.
Put the Pokeball in the basket.
Oh boy.
Getting amped up.
So yeah, I'm gonna give this a try, and probably download it this weekend, I think, and just give it a run and see what it's like. You know, see what I can find around my neighborhood. See who I bump into.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's definitely interesting to see what you run into at certain places.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's. I think it's specific to certain areas. Like around here, we have a lot of Eevee, like a abnormal amount of Eevees. And so like every gym is like, oh, it's a Vaporeon or a Jolteon or the flame one. I can never remember. And it's just they have a ton of those everywhere. But I know like over on the West Coast, I'm hearing it's a lot more Sandshrew. And like I haven't seen a single Sandshrew over here, so.
Eric, you got to download this in South Beach, man. I'm curious to see what Pokemon Go is like in Southern Florida.
They're all going to the gym.
They're all going to the gym or the club or on a yacht.
So what else is
walk right
going
into
on?
a lake and get grabbed by a gator.
Or gator, yeah. Oh, yeah, that's not good. Yeah, don't go in these swamps, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be terrified to go do that in Florida. Like,
Yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna move along here to the next topic of the evening. So Adam Boyes, who I think the who just recently resigned from Sony. I think everyone was kind of surprised by that recent news.
Oh, yeah.
I was. I was.
Yeah. You say you weren't, or you were?
I was absolutely. Yeah, that one took people. Although I guess the writing was kind of on, because we on Super Deformed Gamescast, which goes live every Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Nice plug.
I know, right? One thing we noticed when we were streaming E3 live during the Sony conference was that there was no Adam Boyes.
Yeah.
He was nowhere to be found. And like for the past few years, he's been very visible. Like he's been kind of a fixture for Sony in the public eye, and and he was gone. He didn't show up at E3. When last year he was practically the MC.
Yeah, he was.
The E3 of dreams, and so we thought that was odd. And now, looking back on it, I wonder if that doesn't I wonder if his exit, so to speak, has been planned for some time now. Just because, like, you don't. He's got a very, very, or he had anyway, a very, very high-ranking position in the PlayStation infrastructure, and you don't just leave that behind overnight. So this is something that in my opinion, has probably been in the works for some time now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it came as a total surprise. All the best to him. I love Adam Boyes.
Yeah. No. Wish him all the best in his next adventure. And I know he said he's going to be he's going to go make games now. That's kind of his passion and what he wants to do.
Yeah.
So, Shinobi, what about you, man? Were you kind of surprised by this too, or do you think this was kind of like in the works?
I mean, to be honest, I don't know. I mean, I only kind of got wind of Adam, in the spotlight like a few years ago when I started seeing him at the conferences. I chatted with him a few times privately, actually, and I don't know much about what he's looking for in his career, so I can't comment on that. But I mean, hey, if he wants to make games, I didn't even know that he used to work at Microsoft and he used to work at what was his other studio? I forgot.
I thought he worked at EA. He was a QA.
He worked at EA, and then he also read an article where he used to work at Microsoft, and then he went to some other studio, and then he went to Sony, I think. But I'm interested to see where he goes. I mean, I don't. It would be kind of a really big leap to jump from his position into like an indie studio. I mean, I can't see him. I don't know. Maybe, I guess, but I don't know. I think
what if he goes to Naughty Dog?
That'd be pretty crazy. Yeah,
that would be crazy.
That'd be pretty nuts, wouldn't it?
That would be.
I'm just curious what his talents are, like in terms of game designing. I don't know what his talents are.
Well, Shinobi makes a really good point, man. Like you don't just leave a position like that at PlayStation and jump into like an indie dev. And there's nothing wrong with indie devs. I love indie games and I love indie devs. Shout out to Housemark, good friends of ours of the podcast. But
unless he has like a solid plan, like he's founding a studio, I guess maybe.
I can see that.
I could see what kind of like what do you mean, like kind of like what Kojima did?
Yeah, just opening, like maybe he's already met with a bunch of kind of veteran designers and developers, and I don't know, maybe there's some kind of plan.
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind seeing him do some collaboration with one of my favorite individuals from PlayStation's past, Shahid Kamal Ahmad.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would love to see Adam do some collaboration with Shahid, because Shahid's got a lot of talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For sure.
I mean, I know Adam Boyes was at E3. I don't think he wasn't on stage for the Sony's E3 conference, but I saw him at E3. I saw him at the Bethesda conference. He was actually sitting with Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg and them.
Yeah, he was there. Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's the thing, and that's the fact that he was sitting with Phil Spencer and Aaron Greenberg. I mean, that's all. That brings up a really good point that a lot of fanboys on both sides of the aisle don't like to talk about, is the fact that Xbox fanboys and PlayStation fanboys tag each other across the aisles, but they don't realize that these executives are all friends. These guys are all. I mean, they all get along. They're not enemies. They don't look at each other as foes. They're all pals.
They're gamers.
I thought that was kind of an interesting dichotomy to bring up.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to derail from the conversation.
That's fine.
Get out of here, man. This is a war.
I mean, I wasn't particularly surprised that he wasn't at Sony's thing, because I mean, Andrew House wasn't there either, and normally Andrew House is always on stage for Sony
that's
conferences.
true.
So I mean, like, I wasn't thinking like, oh well, I guess it's just Sean Layden this time. So that's all I thought of it. So I was like, all right, okay, cool, that's their decision. But I didn't think of anything. I didn't think anything of it. This was really kind of a surprise for me. But looking back on it, I mean, like, I don't know. It could have been happening, and like, it could have been like a long thing in the works. But I think it's really just the guy wants to get back into development, get back to what he loves to do, and
Yeah.
just that happens. You get to a point financially where you're like, yeah, I'm good, I'm ready to go. I want to do something I love.
There are some people, and I'm not going to name any names on this podcast or in any podcast, but there are some people who are saying that, oh, Adam Boy's leaving right before PlayStation VR comes out as a sign of the times, and it's going to sink, and PlayStation's going to fold. And I'm like, people said the same thing when Jack Tretton left after PlayStation 4 launched, and look what happened. So,
Which he is a cool dude, by the way. I got to meet him.
who Jack Tretton?
Great guy.
Oh,
Oh, you
yeah,
met
I've heard. Yeah, I've heard Jack
Yeah.
Tretton's a cool dude.
Anchor, did you meet him at E3?
Yeah, I met him at E3. I was over at the Microsoft PR section. He was walking out. I was like, "You're Jack Tretton." He's like, "Yeah." I was just so surprised.
Jack Tretton.
Oh. That was
awesome.
I had to go give him a hug. I was like, "Shit, this is great."
Yeah, he seems like a cool dude,
He
man.
seems like a huggable guy.
Yeah, nice guy.
He does, yeah.
Seems like a guy you can have a drink with.
But yeah, I mean, people are saying, "Oh, Adam Boyes is leaving right before PlayStation VR launches, and it's a sign that Sony has no faith in VR." And I'm like, but
That's
if they didn't have any faith in VR, they wouldn't launch it.
How are the two even relevant? What the hell does that mean?
I don't know how that's relevant, because I mean, Adam Boyes, if I remember this correctly, his job was like third-party game.
Yeah, he had
Third-party
nothing.
games,
Yeah, he had nothing to do with VR.
Yeah, Adam's like, I'm getting the hell out of here, man.
Didn't he have a lot to do with with a lot of
Destiny.
Destiny.
Destiny, yeah, but didn't he have a lot to do with their what I would say their kind of aggressive push to go after a lot of the indie titles, indie developers?
Yes, he was very, very big on indie titles.
Yeah, because I thought I could have sworn
Which
he should.
be. Indie titles are amazing.
Yes, Inside. Hello.
Oh God, man.
I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to wait for that to come to PS4. I might have to pick it up on PC.
Dude, you should just get it on Steam.
I have to say something about Inside. I mean, that was one of the most incredible experiences. I mean, honestly.
Oh, stop, Shinobi. You're gonna make me buy this on Steam.
Shinobi, John, you seriously should. I mean, I'm still playing it. I haven't beaten it yet, but it is one of the best games I've played. Probably, it might be the best game I've played so far.
Well, this is. I mean, I'm somebody who loved Limbo. Like, Limbo's in my top 3 indies.
Oh, I mean, Limbo was great too, but Playdead outdid themselves. It was far above Limbo, man. I mean,
there's things going on like inside when you just kind of like look at the subtlety.
Yes.
Or what's going on, like with the animation.
Yes.
And the sound effects and the music and everything else. And it's just like.
And it does it so well. I mean, there's music in the game, but it's so subtle, and it's like the sounds of themselves, the sound effects themselves, just give you everything you need. I mean, you just and you hear the boy, when he starts running real fast, people chase him. You can hear him breathing hard.
You can hear him breathing.
You can hear him getting scared.
Yes.
Like I don't know where you are. Or he's in the game, so I'm not going to go too far. But it showed up in the trailers, like when the boy is walking, kind of like acting as if he's one of the other zombie-like.
Oh my! Yes, that's one of the best parts of the game.
Yeah, and there's like a light that's following him, like watching him. It's like, wait, is the kid like It's like keeping track of you, and you have to like stop whenever they stop. And you can see him you can see the kid. He's like looking over his shoulder, like real scared, and the light like gets up to him, and he like quickly puts his head down. I mean, just so many little like details. Oh my God, it's amazing.
It is.
All right, yeah, okay, yeah.
I don't think
I'm picking it up on Steam. I have to buy it on Steam now.
No, John, you really should.
You have to.
You should. You have to. I mean, if you could do it today, you should
and
do it.
John,
right.
just to preface, like this is coming from somebody like me. I hate puzzle platformers. Like I just don't. They're not my thing. And I freaking love this game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to. Well, I mean, Randall Thor 19. Pal, he said that is his game of the generation so far.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely see someone. It's not for me, but I can definitely see someone feeling that way for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to pick it up on Steam.
Yeah,
Like,
you buy it on
I'm
Steam.
yeah, because,
yeah.
I mean, it'll come out on PS4 eventually, but this is one of those games I'm just not sure I can wait for it.
Oh, don't even, man. Just experience it. It's only a few hours long. Do it now. Do it tonight.
Yeah, you know what? I need to do it anyway before I Am Setsuna comes out next week, because when I Am Setsuna comes out, holy shit!
There you
I
go.
have been dying for that Chrono Trigger spiritual successor. And
Southbound said Rand is fucking nuts.
Yes.
Southbound is wrong.
Yeah, Southbound actually played Inside and actually said he didn't enjoy it. Yeah,
Oh.
I have heard a couple people say they didn't enjoy the game. I've heard a few people say that.
I just don't think it's worth $20.
I've heard people say that too.
$10 or something, I'd be like, all right, cool, I'll do that for a couple of hours. That's like going to see a movie.
I
can't justify $20 for that though.
It just depends. Depends on what you're looking for and how what you get from it. Whenever I beat it, I was like, yeah, that was worth it, man. Like that was worth the enjoyment I got out of that, every minute of it. It's not worth it to me, but
I want to bounce off something. I want to bounce off what Shinobi just said. Like, I mean, everything's relative, right? So, like, with the Order 1886 was $60, and I don't feel it was worth $60. I mean, I don't feel like I got my $60 worth. I played Rise. Rise is one of the few Xbox One games I've played, and I don't feel like Rise is worth my $60.
right.
I don't feel like fucking. I mean, honestly, I don't feel like Destiny was worth my $60.
No, God, no.
So I mean, it's all relative, you know. Like, and having said that, Ratchet and Clank, I would have paid $60 for. I can't believe that was a $4 game.
You're exactly right, man. All relative. Like, for example, if I paid $150 for The Witcher 3, I would not have felt cheated. I mean, honestly, like that's how much enjoyment like I got out of the moment to moment experiences in that game. Like that's what I'm trying to say. Like Inside, I can't say, oh, it's worth $12. No, it's worth $13. I think. No, I don't care the dollar amount. It's just after I finish the game, I look back and I'm like, was that worth it to me? Like, did I have fun? Hell yeah, I did.
It's all about the experience.
Yeah.
That's a great thing about video games. Like it's all about the experience that you take away from it. And everybody pulls. And I don't care what anybody says about this is a touching scene or this is a great scene or. I mean, everybody pulls something different away from a game that they play. No two people have the same experience or the same kind of enjoyment or whatever. Like for example, playing The Last of Us. I'm replaying The Last of Us for like the 6th time right now. And every time I play it,
God, that opening scene, man.
Every time I play that game, and I've been screen capping shit all night from it and putting it on Twitter. But every time I play that game, there are subtle little facial tics and emotions in Tessa's face and Joel's face and Ellie's face that I pick up on, and I'm like, wow, this is a really. I mean, the way the medium has evolved into something that is just I mean. So real and so stark, like I get more enjoyment out of this stuff than I do movies at this point because I'm
Uncharted 4. You talk about
because I'm no longer a passive observer. I'm interacting with something and I'm feeling that character struggle, and it's and that's I hear people talk about Inside the same way to kind of bring it full circle, and I've heard people hem and haw about how much the game costs and the fact that it's only 3 hours, but I mean Journey. I can't remember how much Journey cost, but Journey for PS4 was one of the most emotional games I've ever played, and there was not a single word of spoken dialogue.
No.
Right.
What about Firewatch?
Firewatch.
I thought that was a great game.
Firewatch was amazing, and I played Firewatch when I was in training for 2 months. Earlier this year. You guys remember that?
Yeah, the guy walked in your room.
Yeah. Hey, what are you doing, man? But like I played Firewatch earlier this year, and the thing that makes that game great is the fact that you're not a superhero, you're not vaulting over fucking fences and like in Dying Light, you're not it's not Skyrim, you're not throwing lightning bolts out of your hands. You're a 41-year-old kind of pudgy guy out in the woods, and he's having marital problem. His wife is sick, and he's out there trying to escape from it all.
Just shit out of luck, man. Just a regular guy.
He's shit out of luck, exactly. And I won't spoil the end of the game.
That's a good point, Shinobi.
I'm not going to.
I love it.
No, it's great. Yeah, because you could kind of I mean, a lot of us can kind of relate to him because we've all had things in our lives that challenges in our lives, and he's going through it. You connect with him.
Dude, and
emotionally.
the writing was perfect. Like some of the things he said, like he'd just say if there some problem came up in the wilderness or whatever, he'd like, oh shit, like here we go again. Like I'm tired of this shit, and I'm like, dude, I talk like that.
Right.
And like I'm not going to spoil the ending for anybody who has not played it. If you have not played it in chat, you need to play Firewatch. But the end of the game, people were complaining because they said, "Oh, it just ends," and I'm like, "Yeah, but that's life." I mean,
Yeah.
that's how a situation that situation would have ended in life. It just, I mean, life goes on and things end and I thought
the
it
ending was perfect.
Yeah, I thought it ended the way I thought it ended the way it needed to. And plus that Ollie Moss artwork is. I'm a sucker for anything Ollie Moss, so it's worth it. I mean, the game itself on PS4 anyway is worth it just for the theme alone. But
Yeah.
anyway, sorry, I got us kind of off track. But when I talk about stuff like this, I get really passionate about it. So
Yeah. No, it's it's for good reason. I mean, these are it's funny because I wasn't coming into this console generation, I was kind of skeptical about indies, and I probably wasn't the biggest fan of indie developers at first. But I've really come to really appreciate a lot of the great games that have come out that I've played that have come from indie developers. I've always said this, that more recently I've said this, that they're really kind of pushing that creative envelope that we don't see in a lot of big AAA titles, and for me it's such a welcome experience.
yep, I agree.
Yeah, same here. And that's why I get annoyed when people say, "Oh, they're dog shit, they're trash." I'm like,
God, I can't believe people say that. Like
yeah,
people don't understand how much work goes into these games because
yeah,
I've played around in Game Maker, like that engine, Game Maker engine myself every now and then, and dude, it's fucking hard. Like it is.
And that's the thing, man. That's the thing, dude. Like, and that attitude fucking pisses me off. Like, people say, "Oh, it's not a third-person shooter. It's not Gears of War. It's not Call of Duty." But fucking games like Inside, and I just from the shit I've heard about, I haven't played it yet. But games like Inside, Limbo, Journey, fucking these games have more heart and soul in the first 5 minutes than those games do have in their entirety. And
yeah, man.
people work fucking hard on those games. You know what? If you don't like indie games, you go and how about you make a fucking game. Go, go and make a fucking indie game.
It's like movies, It's like, let's say you had a friend and he told you, "No, man, I only watch action movies. I don't watch any other." Well, like, you'd be like, "What the hell's wrong with you?" Like, there's a ton of great movies out there, like, right? I mean,
yeah. But unfortunately, there are people out there that like that, and
Only watch
they
movies
just want
with Jason Statham in them.
Jason Statham.
Wow, that's really specific.
That's it. I can do no wrong.
Oh, indie games are this artsy fartsy crap. Well, I'm sorry if you're not intelligent enough to fucking grasp it.
Yeah, man. Seriously.
Oh, Jesus.
Shit pisses me off. I don't know.
John, you are passionate.
I am. Well, because you know what, man? Like, it takes all
I
time
get
to
it,
make
man.
the world go around, and there's a space for AAA games, there's a space for AA games, and there's a space for indie games, and fucking, Hello Games, like No Man's Sky. I mean, it's an indie game, but you know what? They fucking worked hard on this game for years. Somebody Playdead worked hard for years.
Yeah.
Fucking Housemarque. I will fucking posit right now that Resogun is better than 90% of games out there right now. Fucking Resogun, and that's just the way it is because it's.
I just don't understand how some people can have the energy to be so cynical about these things. I mean, like, I honestly I don't care about No Man's Sky personally. I'm not it's not really, it doesn't do anything for me, but I want it to be as successful as possible for them. Like, I want it to be as good as it can be, and I want people to love it and enjoy the hell out of it. Like, that's great, man. Like, and it's not for me. Like, I want it to do well. I don't understand why people can't.
That's the thing. I don't understand, and that goes for any game. I don't understand how you could want any. This is our medium. Whether or not you're a fucking Sony fan or an Xbox fan or a Nintendo fan or even a fucking Ouya fan.
How about a mobile fan?
Or even if you're a mobile fan, this is our medium. We're all a part of it. We're all part of the same ecosystem, and that's why we say fucking hashtag or hashtag house neutral, because this fucking it's bullshit. It's bullshit to fucking sit there and say, I want this console to fail, or I want this game to fail, or I want this developer to fail, or I want this fucking website to fail. It's garbage. It's straight up fucking garbage. And if you say that, you have no place in this fucking industry, you have no place in this community, you shut the fuck up and get out.
Wowza.
Yeah. On that note,
Mic drop.
yeah, mic drop. Hey, drop the mic, John.
There you go.
I agree. You know, Shinobi, you just touched upon a great point where
Yeah.
you mentioned No Man's Sky. You said it sounds it's not a game you're really interested in, but you still want to see it do well.
Of course.
And that's because you're a gamer. You have an appreciation
Yes.
for the hard work that a lot of these developers put into these games. You know it's not easy.
Sure.
And that's a thing that I think a lot of people forget. You don't have to like a game, but it doesn't mean you have to wish you have to
Exactly.
wish the worst or wish it to fail.
Exactly. If you don't care about something, then leave it the fuck alone. Or why do you care?
Yeah, don't buy it. Yeah.
Who cares? I mean,
Yeah, don't buy it.
Yeah, it doesn't affect your life, so don't fucking buy it. But somebody poured their heart and their soul into this, and you know what? If that game fails, or that fucking console fails, or that website or that journalistic site fails, guess what? Kids aren't going to eat. People aren't going to be able to feed their fucking families. And I don't understand this fucking attitude throughout the community, on both sides of the community. It's not just one side, it's both sides, that I want this side to fail and I want this shit to fail. It's bullshit. It's
Yeah.
absolute bullshit. It's dog shit, and I'm fucking tired of it.
Yeah, no, it's it's interesting because we talked about this earlier, like how the people in the industry, how they mingle with one another, with Phil mingling with Adam Boyes. I mean, there's a mutual respect there, and so people in the industry have this respect for each other, but people outside the industry, the fans who say they're gamers, who say they're passionate, who say they love gaming, so some of these folks don't get it. And they don't understand that there's that camaraderie, and it should be like that within the community itself. And John's right; like it's kind of fucked up, because I see it too. Eric, we've talked about this off record or off record. I said offline, where you see hate, you see people wanting to devalue another console to bring value to their own console of choice, and that just doesn't make any
who
sense.
cares? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Who gives a
That's not how it works.
shit? You might as well tell me.
That's
You might as
not
well
how
tell me. Dude, my Samsung fridge is better than your fucking.
Right.
Yeah, my fucking Panasonic TV is better than your toaster. I mean, it doesn't
Who
make
cares?
Shinobi, my refrigerator makes square cubes.
Oh well, actually,
I don't know.
but mine are more oval shape. I think they fit better in glasses, so I think I got a leg up on that.
Enrique, I didn't mean to get so worked up, man. But
No,
I just,
you know what, John? I understand it, man, because we've talked about this, and it's funny. Like the whole house neutral hashtag thing is kind of a it kind of is a thing that we kind of took that was supposed to be negative, that we took and made it and turned it into something positive because it
is positive. That's exactly
because
what the fuck it is.
well, because we're gamers, we have an appreciation and an admiration for the gaming industry. It's like, yeah, we all have our preferences. Like, I prefer playing on Xbox, but I own a PlayStation 4. I love my PlayStation 4. John, you have a Sony PlayStation 4, but you have an appreciation for things that Microsoft are doing. So, I mean, you could have preferences.
I want Microsoft to succeed. I want nothing but the best from Microsoft. The Xbox One, I've played it. I used to own one, and I don't have it anymore, but it's a great fucking console. It wasn't for me, but it's a great fucking console. It has great games. It has a great community. There's nothing wrong with it. I don't want that console to fail, because you know what? If this industry goes under, we all fucking suffer. We all suffer, because it's our hobby. It's our hobby. And nobody should want any single part of it to fail, because it's like a body. You know what? If your fucking ankle breaks, then you can't walk, and it's the same thing with the games industry. Okay, if one part of it fails, the whole fucking thing collapses. So we should be. I mean, it should be one fucking community, and just I get mad. I get upset about it.
All good, man. All good.
Well said, man.
Yeah, well said, man.
I just-
And John, I've been there, man. I'm old. I've been there. I saw the industry. I was around when there wasn't an industry, where it kind of died for a little bit.
Oh.
Because of
Me
ET.
too. E.T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's exactly why I still love Nintendo, man. They're the saviors.
They
Yeah.
are.
The saviors, man.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it was. I mean, Japan saved. I find it ironic that it was an American company that almost damn near killed the gaming industry, and it was Japan that saved it. I mean, it was, if not for Nintendo, and that's why I would love a resurgent Nintendo, because if not for Nintendo, then none of us would be on this podcast talking right now.
I'm telling you, I hope
That is true.
I hope the NX is like a runaway success. God, please.
I
Like,
do
I want to want it. I want to buy it. I mean,
I really, really do too.
Shinobi, I'm buying it just for Zelda.
I might. I'm just scared, man. I don't know if it's. because the way that the things they've been saying, I don't know that much. I know a little bit about the specs, so I don't know much about like how things are gonna play. I'm just scared. Like they've been saying things like this is gonna be unlike anything else on the market, and we're not saying much because we don't want people to copy our ideas. And I'm like,
Oh boy.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you,
That's
they
a
just
translation. That's easy translation to gimmicks. I'm like, I don't know, man.
yeah.
Joey's like, I don't know.
Please don't be gimmicky, please.
If they would just do like a new GameCube kind of deal,
Yeah.
and just like
Yes,
here's
please.
the system, it's more powerful, it can handle all the stuff you need. I'm like,
God,
Yeah.
the fact,
That's
that,
all
the
I
fact
want.
that the GameCube didn't sell was just so criminal.
It was. I was a great console, man.
It was a really good console.
I would say
amazing.
I would say that it was the best console of the generation personally.
Dude, it had
Really?
a great
That console was awesome, man.
that launch lineup, man. Luigi's Mansion.
Luigi's
Star
Mansion was
Wars
good.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron.
yes.
Oh my God. Rogue Squadron. And by the way, I own a GameCube, and I played Rogue Squadron right before Battlefront because I wanted to get Prime for it, and that shit still holds up.
Still
Yeah.
looks good, man.
Hey,
Smash
speak,
Bros, Melee.
yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of Nintendo,
Spider-Man
did you guys
2.
see those tweets that I put out with some of the old cartridges I found?
Yeah.
Dragon Warrior.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dragon Warrior.
I found the Dragon Warrior, which is like it was one of my favorite games on the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Hell yes. Double Dragon.
Yeah, Double Dragon. Yep, I had
Oh.
that. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, you asked me the other night to name my favorite NES, and I was like, oh, come on, dude. My favorite NES game of all time. No, come on.
You know what? That let me tell you
Like-
something. That's my favorite system to date. Still.
It is one of the best, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, you know what's interesting? We talk about Nintendo we kind of give them a hard time and bust their balls a little bit, but it's interesting because I've had people we've talked about Nintendo on this podcast a few times, and kind of kind of give them we've been a little critical of them, and I've had people. Yeah, I've had people DM me say, "Oh, why are you hating on Nintendo?" But it's not so much that I'm hating. It's just that I have such a I have so many fond memories of playing games on the Nintendo Entertainment System,
Yeah.
or Nintendo consoles in general. I just like part of me, and they're so. I mean, we saw it at E3 this year with Zelda. I mean, they came in, we laughed about it. Remember, we talked about this on this podcast. We kind of like joked around, like, "Oh my god, like they're really only bringing one game."
That looks
one big game.
fantastic, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah,
Oh,
and like Anchor and Big Money told us that line was like the longest line.
Yeah.
Oh my
Anchor, how long was that
God.
line, man?
Ridiculous. Now, so what they did on the show floor is they had like this big section. Like if you cut down the show floor down the middle, when you walk in, on the far left hand side is basically Sony and Microsoft. That's pretty much it. Microsoft's in the back left hand corner, and actually the front left hand corner, and Sony's on the back left hand corner. And so they're going all the way up to the halfway mark. And then on the right hand side, there's a bunch of random booths like Oculus and stuff. But then they have this big walled off section. I mean, like high walls. Like we're talking maybe 20 feet high walls. Like you cannot see anything through these walls, and they're just pure white. There's a Nintendo sign and like a stage out front on the outside. But on the inside, they had this whole themed Legend of Zelda thing. And if you just wanted to get in there to just look at the game, it was like a 2-hour wait.
Jesus.
Not to play it. Not to play it. Just stand there.
Damn.
And you had to wait in line. And then the line for people to actually go and play it, you had to get in the like very first thing. You had to be in line to play it. It was like a 3-hour wait, 4 hours, something like that.
Jesus. I don't even know if I could wait for Mass
It's a
Effect. that
long demo. It's like 30 minutes.
Hold on, should I what'd you say, Ben? You said
No,
about
I
Mass
was saying like I was trying to picture a game like I would really want. I don't even know if
Yeah.
I could wait for Mass Effect that long. Well,
You wouldn't wait 2 hours just to see it.
yeah, I probably would.
Oh my god! I can't wait for that game. By the way,
I really want Mass Effect Remastered, dude. I just want to play Mass Effect 2 in 60 frames a second. And I know you can do it on PC already, but I'm not a PC gamer. So,
Yeah.
but
that was in the cards, but they had some meetings about it, and that just EA decided against it.
I can understand why. No,
Shinobi, you broke my heart.
Hey, it broke my heart too, man.
I can understand why, just because it does. I think we are getting closer to a point where we're hitting market saturation with remasters, so I get it.
But that's one of the ones that, I mean, God, it just fits a
Yeah, it
remaster.
really, really
It
does.
does, yeah.
And I still not entirely convinced we're not going to get it before Andromeda launches. To be honest with you.
Well, I mean, if you trust me, you would be.
Yeah, wait, I do trust you. I'm hoping against hope. I'm hoping against hope.
I
So,
know. I'm telling you straight from the horse's mouth, man.
Not gonna happen.
unfortunately,
No, unfortunately.
that's
No, that's a heartbreak. It's one of those games. Like John said, there's any franchise that deserves to be remastered. It's definitely that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's fine though. This new game's coming. It'll be here quick, pretty soon. So.
Oh, I
still
can't
waiting
wait for
my-
Andromeda. It looks beast.
still waiting on
Oh,
my
yes.
Retribution remaster.
All right, when's it coming out again?
It's supposed to be March 2017, right?
Well, it's just it's late Q1. That's what the official word is, but yeah, you can extrapolate when that would be.
So, Shinobi, here's my question: do you think
Yeah.
it's going to get delayed?
I don't think so. No. I mean, I'm not saying it won't. It could. I'm just saying I don't think it will because the way that what I'm hearing is, I mean, it's nearing. Like genuinely, it's nearing the finish line. I mean, it's pretty much mostly polished from now, because plus March is that's the end of EA's fiscal year 2017, so they're gonna want it out by then. That's their big tentpole release for that quarter,
Make the investors happy.
man. So and yeah, it's gonna be ready. I know people are thinking they're all down on it because they're not showing anything, much, but there's a reason for that. That they told me themselves that once Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1 come out, that's when basically they get the go ahead to, or that's when they're gonna slam the the gas on the marketing. So.
Nice.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Nice. So probably March 2017 then.
Yeah, I would say that's a good bet.
Yeah. Well, that's crazy because that's a nice month for gamers because then you have Andromeda and then you have Horizon coming out. And
Yeah,
it's supposed to
and
come out March.
Yeah.
I mean, nuts.
Or is February? Okay, February. Yeah.
Well, I mean, the very last day of it. So I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, the first half of next year is going to be like the first half of this year. It's just going to be nuts.
crazy. Persona 5. Oh my god.
Persona-
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Oh.
I mean, the next, honestly, like, I was having this conversation with I think it was Sonny, who's at John Dope on Twitter, a good friend of ours. I think it was him anyway. I don't see how anybody, or maybe it was Shinobi I said this to, but I don't see how anybody could be disappointed with this generation. I know some people say, "Oh, this generation sucks," and I'm like, dude, are we playing in the same? Are we playing in the same times in the same time period? Like, I mean, this is fucking great, dude. Like,
There's something for everybody.
I mean, honestly, it's I just I don't get some of the discontent, like, and granted, it's from a small, very, very vocal minority. I think most people are incredibly satisfied. I mean, look at the sale of consoles. I mean, if people weren't satisfied, they wouldn't be selling the way they are, and they are selling well.
Dude, I'm not surprised. I mean, when you have people saying games like The Witcher, or Mass Effect, or The Last of Us, or Halo, or Gears, or they use the word shit. Like, I don't take them seriously. It's just whatever. You guys don't enjoy it. I really don't.
That's a great point. Yeah.
I honestly, I really do not. Like, I'm not like an asshole in real life. I genuinely, when I read stuff like that, I'm like, well, okay, I don't take you seriously. So I don't really, I really don't. I mean, it's not that they can't have their opinion. They definitely can if they don't like a game. But I mean, to call something that so much blood and sweat was poured into, and just, you can tell, it might not be your taste, but you can tell that it is a well-made end result of something, a lot of hard work. You can tell it's well-made. So just to dismiss it right away and be like, oh, this is shit. Okay, well, all right, good for you.
What's wrong with, like, that's like when people on the other side of the aisle say, either, oh, Halo 5 is garbage or Uncharted 4 is trash. I'm like, no, it's not.
It's not.
I mean, what's wrong with you? Like, that's a fucking ridiculous statement on the face of it. I mean, it's
why can't people just have some nuance in the way they say things? Like, I personally, I played about 20 hours of the Phantom Pain, and I'm a huge Metal Gear fan, a big Metal Gear fan. I loved all of them. I played a little bit of Peace Walker, but I didn't go too far on that. But I loved the first 4 Metal Gear Solid games. and I played the Phantom Pain for about 20 hours, and I just couldn't anymore. Because it was just too drastic of a change. There wasn't, Snake didn't even talk that much.
It didn't feel like Metal Gear.
Yeah, I love the more structured linear levels and the way cutscenes were just everywhere. And the first, as corny as that sounds, I love the crazy cutscenes.
Well, like Shinobi, honestly, like look at Metal Gear.
Just real quick. My point was just that I don't call it's not a shitty game. It's at all. It is an excellent game. It's a well-made game. It's just not for me. That's it. I mean, it's just I don't want.
Even for as a person, like I don't really care for Metal Gear, but I played Metal Gear 5 and I liked the game. I enjoyed it, but I didn't get the feeling that it was like a main Metal Gear game.
Right.
In terms of the gameplay aspect. I mean, also it was just kind of lazy, honestly.
Well, people this generation, Anchorman, say that we need everything needs to reinvent the wheel and everything needs to raise the bar and we need new experiences and that's what but even not even going that far, like just look at Metal Gear Solid 5 and look at God of War. Okay. Metal Gear Solid, it was. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It was. I mean, the formula wasn't stale. It was. People expect. You're sneaking around and you have these really over-the-top characters and these really over-the-top boss fights and these long cutscenes and the story's really weird, but it works. It works. People weren't tired of it, and that is people wanted more of the same. They didn't get more of the same, and they revolted. Reviewers loved Metal Gear Solid 5, but Metal Gear Solid 5 was a great example of the wide gulf between what reviewers think and what rank and file gamers think. And now look at something like God of War. Like God of War was desperately in need of a fucking shakeup, right?
Yeah,
because it was just stale. So look at what in the vein of what Hideo Kojima did with Metal Gear Solid. Santa Monica did something new, and they said we're gonna shake things up a bit. But the difference is that Metal Gear didn't need to reinvent the wheel. It was working. God of War needed to be changed. It needed to be shaken up. And look at it now. I'm fucking stoked as hell for God of War. That looks amazing. Because you know what? You always cared about Solid Snake or Big Boss or whoever you're playing as. You didn't give a shit about Kratos because he did terrible things.
He was angry.
He was angry and he had a tiny dick and he was pissed off. and he was like, Zeus. Like that. Yeah. Zeus. Kratos is. Every single line that Kratos speaks, from God of War through Chains of Olympus through Ascension to God of War 3, you know what? It's just Zeus. That's it.
Your son has returned.
Yeah. I bring the destruction of Olympus. That's all he says over and over.
I mean, the thing with God of War 1 was meant to be more of like a Greek tragedy kind of thing, and then they just extended it out into more games, and it was like,
that's the thing. But that's what I'm saying. It got stale, but they shook it up, and it works. It needed it, but I guess my point is that not every game, not every series needs to be reinvented. Resident Evil is another great example. Resident Evil 6 was a fucking disaster. It was a disaster, and they needed to change it.
You can tell the trajectory of Resident Evil was on a decline. I mean, from the incredible Resident Evil 4. We got Resident Evil 5, which I still enjoyed. I still liked it, but it was definitely, you could tell it was gearing towards a lot more action. They were kind of losing themselves of what the series was about, and then, oh my god, Resident Evil 6, I stomached about 5 hours of that, and I returned it. I'm like,
you and me both, dude. You and me both, and I'm a Resident Evil fanboy. I played through Leon's campaign, and I started Chris's campaign, and I was like, no.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah, I always kind of feel like that way about Halo 5, like when they introduced the new combat system with playing as like team-based combat. Like I just didn't. I was so used to playing the Halo franchise with just Master Chief.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I loved Halo 5, but Master Chief is my man. Like just having him for only about 20% of the game is a crime.
Yeah, it just it didn't seem right.
See, I love Halo, and I'm ultimately okay with Halo 5, but I felt like Halo 5's campaign was lazy.
I guarantee you Halo 6 has two things. One, you play as Master Chief the whole campaign. Guarantee it. And two, I guarantee it as couch co-op. Guarantee it. People are so mad.
I don't know if they're going to let you. I don't know, man. Master Chief the whole way, I don't know, because, 343, what was the team? What was the New Spartans team name?
I I forget his Spartan team.
They had a team
The
name.
Osiris.
Oh, the team.
Osiris. Yeah.
Team Osiris, yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is Team Osiris is 343's baby, you know, like so they're gonna want to push that into the spotlight. That's the whole reason they're bringing out Locke and all that stuff. So we'll see. I don't think they're
And
gonna.
I think ultimately the whole thing that happened with Halo 5, not to go off on a tangent about that, but I think ultimately the promotional campaign just didn't match up to what the end product ended up being.
Yeah.
So it was very much,
You guys think Halo is running its course?
not from the multiplayer side, man. I mean, they keep.
I'm just not sure.
They were saying that the multiplayer. I haven't touched the multiplayer in a long time, but they're saying the numbers were the highest it's been since Halo 3, and there was
That's true.
Halo Reach and Halo 4 in between those, and Halo 4's numbers were obviously they were very low, but Halo Reach was doing really well. So for it to be higher than Reach and even almost above Halo 3 numbers, like that's great. That's good for them.
I don't know, it's just Gears of War 4 looks much more interesting to me than
For
Halo.
sure.
I think Halo. It's gone through 3 different console generations. I mean, it's just. I think a lot of people are like, all right, the idea is cool, and we just kind of moved on. We're saturated with it, and anything extra, I think, kind of a little too much. I think they should end it on 6. I think they should end it and say, yeah, this is it, the big blowout, we're done.
Kind of like the way,
or at least let it rest for like 10 years.
Yeah, or something like that. Or like if they're gonna do something, make it like side story stuff. Like I don't know, if they want to go into it and like, oh, let's research Buck's story and have like a one-off game or something like that. I could see that, but not making it like this tentpole franchise like it used to be. I do think Gears is kind of taking over that because I
kind of get that same sense.
Moving on.
Do you guys think Gears is the bigger franchise now?
I do. Or at least I think there's more anticipation for it.
I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question, man. I don't know if. Well, obviously, since there's more consoles out there, that's probably going to sell more. I would assume.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Like, I think the thing with Gears is like and again, full disclosure, I have not played Halo 5, but I know lots of people who have. And one of the biggest complaints I hear about Halo 5 is the fact that people felt misled by the marketing for the game.
And it also deviated from some of the Halo lore too. It really did. Like in Halo lore, like Chief would have just like Locke would have never cracked his shield. It would have never happened.
Well, Rand made a good point a while back. It kind of fell into the same trap that the Order 1886 did. And I know Halo 5. I'm not comparing the two. Halo 5 is a vastly superior game to the Order 1886. But there were whole chapters in Halo where there's no combat. You're just walking from point A to point B, and that's the end of the chapter. So I don't feel like it shook up the Halo formula enough. Now Gears of War 4, on the other hand, it looks. I mean, you're actually playing as a character who looks proportionally like a human being. He's not a giant meat sack, and it looks like it's incorporating really cool fucking. It is, but it also looks like it's incorporating really cool horror elements. Like it looks creepy.
I wouldn't say Gears 4 is really straying far away from the Gears formula. I mean, this is not like some people.
I think it's more gorier.
When you say something's playing it safe, that I guess some people associate that it's a negative connotation, but not to me. I mean, it's a good thing. It's playing it safe because Gears is great. I mean,
it's sticking to the formula. What made it successful.
Gears of War is so good because the formula is damn good. So to bring it into the new generation, new paint and new, they're adding some new things mechanically and new story, new characters. I mean, that's enough for me. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I got more of the vibe from Gears 4 that it was more of a. I got more of a survival horror vibe from it.
Yeah,
It wasn't. It's not so much big action set piece like we're in the middle of a giant battle with this giant monster thing. I didn't get that vibe from it. It was more of a little closer, a little darker. But that's what I felt from it, at least.
Well, that's what the coalition's been saying. Even that they want to go back to that. So.
Ooh, I'm looking forward to it now.
Yeah.
I mean, I was before. Now I'm really. I mean, I'm definitely. That's a day one purchase for me.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, because I want to get back into that horde, man.
This fall is going to be crazy.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
I mean, shit. I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 15 in like less than 2 months, or just over 2 months. I'm sorry.
The Backstreet Boys.
But yeah, man. I can't wait, dude. I can't wait for Final Fantasy 15. Oh my
It looks good, man.
No, I'm definitely picking it up.
Such a well, I mean, look at next month. You got fucking what? Deus Ex comes out next month.
Deus Ex, yeah.
Oh yes.
No Man's
Oh
Sky.
my lord! No Man's Sky, which I am really, really stoked for. I know a lot of people won't share my enthusiasm, but I'm a huge old school hardcore JRPG fan. Like talking like Chrono Trigger stuff. So I Am Setsuna, which comes out next week, is I'm so excited for that. I'm actually
Abzu's coming out first week of August.
Abzu's going to be fucking awesome.
Looks great.
Abzu's going to be fucking great. And then you got what else is coming out this? I don't know if you guys played Outlast, but Outlast 2 comes out this fall.
That's great.
I can't wait. Outlast is fucking awesome.
Won't play it.
I stopped playing that like halfway through.
I won't play it.
I got too creeped out, man. Like honestly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shinobi, you know what, man? I won't play it. That shit will freak me out. I won't even touch it.
Really, dude. I mean, I can handle games like Dead Space or Resident Evil because at least you have some weapons and you can shoot shit. But I like when you have no weapons and all you're doing is running away from things.
Yeah.
Like that anxiety.
Terrifying.
I get anxious, man. I'm like I can't do this.
Dude.
Yeah. Hey guys, real quick. Just want to interrupt real quick. Anchorman's got to head out. Anchorman, hey, thanks for joining me, man. Last minute, man. I know.
Anytime, man.
I know it's last minute, and I appreciate you coming on board tonight and shooting the shit with us, man. Just talking games.
Yeah, real quick though, with Outlast, dude, Outlast is terrifying, man. I tried playing it, and my game share partner had it for a little bit, and I was like, okay, I'm normally pretty good with horror games and stuff. I'm normally pretty good with it, but this one I was like, all right, I'm gonna play it at 11 o'clock in the morning.
he's gonna play when it's bright early, cup of coffee.
Bright sunny day, left some music on in the background. I'm like, all right, I'm not gonna get fucking scared by this because I heard people saying like, oh, it's real scary. I was terrified.
No, dude, that is probably the scariest game I've ever played.
Dude, I got past what was it? It was the part where you go down to the basement and there's that guy chasing you, and you're trying to turn on the generators.
Yes.
Oh God, yeah.
I got past there. I was like, I'm done. I can't do it.
Can you imagine playing that in VR?
That John, I was about to say that because you've talked about the horror genre. That's going to be big in VR.
You imagine, dude? Like, I honestly think if I played Outlast in VR, I might die. Like, I might have a fucking coronary.
Dude, I would seriously. I'd have to wear Depends.
Like, I don't know if because I mean anybody in chat, if you have not played Outlast and you like horror games, what are you waiting for? Like this is the scariest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I won't play it. Eric, that gets to Avon's Barksdale, man.
Outlast 2, there's a video. There's gameplay of Outlast 2 on YouTube right now. There's a fucking cornfield. Fuck that.
No way. Yeah. Children of the Corn?
There's a cornfield.
Cornfield's enough.
There's a cornfield. Oh my lord, dude, forget it. Forget it.
I have it. I still have to play through it. I haven't played through it yet.
Outlast 2 is about devil worshippers in Arizona. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. You know what? That borrows from Children of the Corn. I'm out. Nope. Sorry.
It's so good. I can't wait.
No. Not doing it. So, gentlemen, we have one more topic to talk about. NPD, and I think we talked about this a couple podcasts ago, maybe. But NPD, and how viable NPD is. So it sounds like NPD is now going to be tracking the sales of digital games.
5 years too late.
5 years too late, yeah. And they're going to be doing it this month. And so, yeah, no, it's great because now we get a better idea of how games are selling on the systems and so forth. And they're actually be partnering with with the digital games tracking service. I've never heard that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good because NPD needs to stay relevant, and this will help them do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I think this is obviously the most logical move for them, like you said, John, to keep them, alive. And
I'm surprised it took this long.
Yeah,
I really, really am. But I mean, this is going to put game sales in a whole new light because physical. According to Z Huge, our good friend Z Huge, physical is still king, but I mean that gulf is narrowing every month. I can count on one hand the amount of physical games I have. I've got like The Last of Us and Fallout and Fallout. Oh, what?
Boo.
What's wrong with that? Are you booing The Last of Us?
Discs all the way, man.
Okay, no, it's yeah, no, okay. So I've got those are my 2 discs. I've got Fallout 4 and The Last of Us, and everything else is digital. Unless I get like a sweet. No, I take that back. And Doom I have physical because I wanted the special edition because I got the sweet Revenant here.
Nice.
But yeah, I got so much nerdy shit here. But yeah, if there's a sweet like collector's edition, I'll go physical. Like I'll probably go physical for Horizon because I want that alloy.
John, did you get Valkyrie Chronicles
Oh hell yeah!
remastered? Dude, that box art, I picked it up.
Oh my lord, dude! Like Valkyria Chronicles is like if you like tactical RPGs, then Valkyria Chronicles is a no-brainer. But yeah, I mean, so I think this is something that's been long overdue for NPD. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
Yeah, it's supposed to be happening this month, so yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it pans out. But
Yeah.
you know, I'm actually I started off digital, but I went back to physical because of Best Buy, because they have like the best. I joined the what is it? The Gamers.
Gamers Club Unlocked.
Thank you. I always fuck that up, but yeah, I joined that, and you get crazy discounts, you get like
Yeah,
Best
it's
Buy
worth it.
cash. Yeah, it's so worth it.
I hope
Yeah.
you guys hit up Prime Day today. Lots of games on sale.
You know what? I did not do that today.
You should do that. You've still got 2.5 hours, 1.5 hours. What time is it?
Dude, I can't buy any more games, man. I'm too backlogged.
Yes, you can.
I can't do it. I'm so backlogged.
Only thing that interested me was Doom and Far Cry Primal, and I already have both of those. So
Yeah, same here. But I didn't jump on it just for the same fact of what Enrique just said. I'm so backlogged. I'm like,
yeah.
you know,
Well, what is Doom retailing for now? Because I actually don't have Doom. I haven't played it yet.
well, Doom is half off in the Amazon
You haven't
sale.
played Doom yet, dude? Holy
Dude,
shit!
that's how backlogged I am, man. I'm telling you, I'm so
Well,
backlogged. It's ridiculous.
Enrique, Doom's $30 right now, man.
Yeah, dude, you need to pick it up. It's a no-brainer. And
No,
I'll tell you what, since
I'm going to if
Carlos
it's
is time
$30.
for it because Doom has a stunning amount of content.
Yeah, it does.
Shit, I got Overwatch. I don't even play it.
You're gonna need some time for that.
Yeah, no, I need to. I'll probably get it though if it's half off. That's a no-brainer.
It's easily worth $60. So if it's half off, I mean, there's no reason. I mean, there's no excuse.
Yeah, I think
Damn it, John.
Ratchet and Clank is on sale too, I believe.
Another amazing game that
I
deserves.
got that. I got to finish that.
There
Damn
you
you, John. Damn you, Shinobi.
go.
About to click on it right now. God damn it.
Gotta play it, man.
Eric's actually shopping right now, so
Do it.
I've been looking at it like all day. I have it like on my browser, just like in the corner, like don't do it, but it's sitting there.
just
Now they're
do
talking
it.
about it.
More
just
than
do it.
worth it. More than worth it.
No, I definitely want it, but I'm like, because I'm still trying to rock through like Witcher 3. I still have Fallout 4. I mean, just to name 2 out of like hundreds that I have backlogged.
Yeah, I still gotta finish Fallout. Ugh.
Yeah, I gotta
I
finish
think-
that too.
I finished Fallout. I haven't finished the Far Harbor DLC yet.
Yeah.
It's good.
I'm at I don't know how John, how far am I? So I think I'm at right where he's about to discover the institute, where it is.
You're probably about maybe 50% through the game.
Oh,
Okay.
Jesus.
Shinobi, you and I are at the same spot. That's where I'm at.
Right after you
Yeah.
met that mutant guy, and
The
then
mutant guy.
Well, I mean, you know, like it's all relative, you know. Like, I mean, there are, you know, Fallout games are, you know, I mean, the story can take 10, 15 hours, or it could take 100 hours. But if you're just plowing through the story, you're probably maybe a little more maybe 55% done.
I definitely do. I do as many side quests as I can. The ones that aren't the those radiant, you know, oh, this base is under attack, or go free these settlers or whatever. I
The
don't do-
Minutemen?
Yeah, oh god,
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I don't do
They
those.
can't take care of themselves. The Minutemen piss me off because they can't. They can't handle it. Just no.
Yeah.
We're getting attacked. We need help. It's like, dude, you're 10 guys and I'm 1.
10 guys. And I'm 1. Yeah, that's a good point, John.
What the fuck? Like, can you seriously not handle your shit? You got a fucking cannon and a castle. Like, dude, handle it.
Also, real quick, because I don't know how long you guys are gonna stay on here, but a real quick plug-in. I cannot wait also to play the BioShock collection.
Oh man, yeah.
I feel like it's coming out at a really bad time, though, Shinobi.
It's when is that? September? I mean,
September, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because
that's right when all the new games are starting to come.
Yeah.
I feel like, I mean, I'm gonna pick it up. I feel like it might be slightly overpriced, but again, for 3 games, $60 really isn't that bad.
It depends because I don't because it looks. I mean, they definitely have touched up the original Bioshock pretty nicely.
Oh, that looks amazing.
Yeah, they've definitely touched it up. So I'm assuming they'll probably have touched up Bioshock 2 as well, new textures and new lighting and stuff like that. So and plus, including all the single player DLC, which I never got to play Minerva's Den or the two Infinite DLCs. So all those are included. I mean, hell yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, me too, Shinobi.
I want everybody who's not played Bioshock Infinite to play the best Bioshock.
Ooh.
Doesn't Brandon disagree with you that, John?
He does, and Brandon is wrong.
We should have had. You should have got Brandon on tonight.
You can timestamp this,
I
and
would.
he's too busy playing Overwatch.
Brandon
But
is right.
you can timestamp this and shoot it out to him on Twitter. And and Brandon, I'm addressing you. You are wrong about Bioshock. Bioshock 2 is hot garbage.
Oh no.
Oh, it's hot garbage. Shinobi, I love you, buddy, but we got to disagree here.
No. Well, hey, we're going back to that word usage, man. Don't use that word. It's not for you. That's all you can say.
Exactly, it's not for you.
I know.
No, but
Kidding, man.
I liked Infinite a lot, but the original still is the king for me. Because come on, man, like that opening, Andrew Ryan. I mean, that twist, the atmosphere of Rapture. It was amazing.
Yeah, well, I remember I was playing it. I played it on Xbox 360. I was still in the Marine Corps when I played it, and I was playing the barracks room by myself. And then when that now, and you know what? It's fuck it. We're past the statute of limitations. If you haven't played BioShock, then I don't know what to tell you. But when you find out the truth about Would You Kindly,
oh my god,
like when it hits you, like dude, like I was a smoker back then. Like I had to put the controller down. I was like. I went outside. I'm like, my hands are shaking. I'm like. I was like, oh shit, and then I was like, Atlas, this whole time, you motherfucker! I was like, oh my god.
It's like that DJ Khaled gif, congratulations, you played yourself.
DJ
Yeah, exactly. But dude,
I can't wait to play through them again. Because
I cannot wait, man. I cannot wait.
Because right now I'm kind of leaning with John that Infinite is the better of the three. But I want to go back through it again just so I can make my determination. I never played 2, and I'm like you, Shinobi. I didn't get to play Minerva's Den or do any of that stuff. So.
Well, I loved Infinite just because it touched on issues of xenophobia and racism that you rarely ever see addressed in games, and I thought that was fascinating. I mean, I remember that, at the very beginning of the game, there's a mixed, they parade a mixed race couple out. They got married.
Yeah, that was.
Get a chance to throw the baseball. I was like, wow. I was like,
that was pretty rough.
Yeah,
but it's just. I think. I mean, mechanically, Infinite is definitely the most refined in the series for sure. I mean, I can't deny that. I liked Infinite too. I'm not even saying it's bad. I liked Infinite a lot. I think for me, it's the atmosphere of the first one. I mean, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, come on! When you're let loose, you see this underwater city just coming into view, and you're like, what the hell is this? Where the hell am I?
Yeah.
When you're first introduced to Rapture and you see these freaks just running around like druggies, and you're like, what the hell happened? You just see like remains of just people going nuts on each other. You're like, what the hell happened here? And you're just trying to explore and figure out what the hell happened and all these different environments, and you hear like these creepy noises and music and just like. It was just creepy as hell. I loved it. And Infinite didn't reach that level for me. The atmosphere was great and it was very unique. This floating city, but that original.
Well, I mean, just ask yourself: is a man entitled to the sweat of his brow?
There you go, man. Yeah, it definitely is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah. Oh God. See, another game that I'm gonna have to buy. It'll be even more backlogged.
Yeah.
But to your point, John, you're right. This console generation's been good, really good.
I think it's been pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, you look at all the stuff that's coming out. We were talking about, the BioShock series remaster, and that's coming out September. But look at all the other stuff that's coming out that month too. I mean, it's crazy.
Non-stop, man. Non-stop.
Yeah, it is non-stop.
I'm actually glad Andromeda was delayed out of this holiday because that's good, man. Better for it and better for more time to just sit with that and.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I never understand when people like freak out when a game gets delayed. I'm like, good.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, good. For it, man.
Better delayed than broken.
Yeah,
I mean, it's all positive. It gets more time in the oven. Get more time to polish it up. They have more space to themselves to get the most attention. They get to sell more copies. I mean, why not? It's great for everybody.
Yep.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Enrique, just so you know, they're calling for more walking in the chat, but I want you to you got something you need to say first.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. Actually, I do. We do have some big news tonight. We talked about this on Thursday on Super Deformed Gamescast. So we have a big announcement this evening. We have our first industry guest, Ryan McCaffrey from IGN.
Oh
is going to be on
Very
Basement
nice.
Radio Arcade Podcast next Tuesday, July 19th at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're all really excited to have Ryan come on. We're going to be talking to him about video games, all the latest industry news and trends, and
Very nice.
yeah, talking to him about his how he got into gaming journalism. For some of you who don't know, he actually started off at the official Xbox magazine way back when. So
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah. So mark it on your calendars, everyone. July 19th, Ryan McCaffrey will be on Basement Radio Arcade Podcast, and we're also working on lining up some other big guests too. So John,
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, John and Eric, you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, and a well-known industry developer. I'll leave it at that. So
Very well known.
yeah.
So awesome, yeah. So everybody in chat, look forward to Ryan McCaffrey next week on Basement Radio Arcade Podcast. It's going to be really cool. Before we sign off here, Enrique, I've got a request. Somebody in chat, I think it was Beastfire, he wants to hear that line from BioShock, but he wants to hear it from Christopher Walken.
Nice.
So,
Oh my gosh.
so it goes a little something like
You
Is
gotta
it
say the
mad?
whole line.
I'm going to do the whole thing. I'm going to do
Whole
the whole
thing.
thing. I'm going to do the whole thing. Yeah, because I know the whole thing because I'm a fucking nerd. So you can be like
Got it.
is a man not entitled to the sweat of his brow? No, says the man in Washington, belongs to the government. No, says the man in the Vatican, it belongs to God. No, says the man in Moscow, it belongs to everyone. But I chose something different. I chose Rapture.
Dude, that was perfect.
Oh my god, that was so good,
Dude, how the hell do you do that?
dude. That was so good. That is Christopher Walken to a T.
A man chooses, a slave obeys.
Dude, I honestly, if I wasn't watching your face on screen right now, I would think Christopher Walken is talking. Honestly.
Yeah, I agree with Shinobi.
Insane.
You know, John, I was watching Catch Me If You Can this past weekend, and Christopher
What a
Walken's in
movie.
that, and I'm like, oh my god, you sound like just like him.
Or you could do what's another really good gaming line that Christopher Walken could do. We'll give him one more.
Do some Kratos lines.
Oh yes, do some Kratos lines.
Zeus, your son has returned.
There you go. Yeah. What about Zeus? Your son has returned. I bring with me the destruction of Olympus. Or yeah.
You say the name Calliope. Calliope.
Calliope. It is good. It is good that you do not fear, child. Athena, be quick. You words.
That's great.
Oh man, that is classic. That is classic. Thank you, John.
Gaia, do not deny me my revenge.
Good stuff.
Oh my goodness.
I'll do one of these every week. How about that? We'll let somebody in chat pick a classic line from a game or something, and I'll do it as Walken. We'll do that. How about that from now on?
That sounds awesome.
But anybody in chat like make it really cheesy, you know, like make it really bad, like something from Final Fantasy 13 with like a fucking word that like, you know, Walker would ever say like you know, I promise I'm not all the sea, you know, or something like that, you know, like something good. Make it something good, but we'll do that. So yeah. Well, I can get that. Since I'm on camera, I could do the old Robert De Niro face as well. You remember that, Enrique?
Oh
No.
yeah, from Goodfellas. Oh.
Nope.
That's great.
Jesus.
great.
All right, we're off the rails now. But
We're off the rails.
all
All
right.
right. Well, we're going to wrap it up, gentlemen. I want to give a big shout out to Anchorman for joining us last minute tonight, filling in for Al and B Money. You couldn't make it tonight. Big shout out to B Money and Al. We missed you guys, and look forward to having you back on next Tuesday with Ryan McCaffrey at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Shinobi, a big thank you to you too, man, for joining us tonight, man. We definitely appreciate you taking time out of your day and schedule to hop on and shoot the shit with us.
My pleasure, man. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Quick, Enrique, if you don't mind, I just want to point out real quick to everybody in chat. Shinobi is going to be making his triumphant return to Super Deformed Gamescast this Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. He's a good friend of ours. He's been on several times, and we are very happy to have him back on to talk video games with us. So please, if you're in chat and you have not subscribed, that is the sister podcast of Basement Radio, and I head it up along with my buddies Brandon and Steve and JT and Gabe and just fucking Jeff and Doc. I mean, it's a big fucking podcast. But please go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. And we also have a very big industry guest in the works as well, our biggest yet.
It's a big one.
It's a big one. Enrique knows, and
yeah,
Shinobi knows what I'm talking about too. It's pretty big. So please be, as Sony would say, or I'm sorry, Square Enix would say, please be excited for that in the future.
Yeah, awesome, man.
Indeed.
Awesome. All right, well, gentlemen, thank you again, and we're gonna call it a wrap. And hey, everyone, again, remember we're gonna have Ryan McCaffrey on next Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And everyone in the live chat, thank you again for joining us in the live chat. Great conversation in the live chat as always. And hey, give us a like, give us a subscribe as well. And other than that, we'll catch you guys next week. Remember, gamers, to game on, but more importantly, have fun doing so, because that is what gaming is all about. We'll see you guys next week.
Goodbye.